Chris Brown, Tyga.
Whoa, what's happening?
Lord Styles, Rosenberg. I expected the studio to smell like a lot more weed, y'all. What's happening?
I ain't on probation yet,
Good answer.
As soon as I get on probation, we
that's you see. You should have just.
No, you just stop at. I'm not on probation yet.
See, technically,
But by the way, Tyga walked in first, and I'm sitting closer to him than you are. And don't worry, it does still smell.
Yeah, but it's not like
in your face.
It's not creating. It's not getting its way over to me. You know what I mean?
Pungent.
What's your weed game like, Tyga? Seriously.
What's my weed? I'm not a weed head. But the thing about me is I always got hella weed around, but I just don't smoke it all the time.
It's not a priority.
Nah, I might be chilling and be like, all right.
So that's your style, to have something on deck and not actually access it yet.
All my friends smoke a lot, so it's always good to have.
You didn't even catch what I just said.
No, what'd you say? I didn't hear.
I said that's your style, to have something on deck but not actually access it yet.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I understand your reference.
Album in stores, man. Fan of a fan.
Album in stores. Turn up.
No, the only reason I said that is because obviously everybody knows that you claim that you, and I believe you, sir. Just for the record, I believe you and Kylie have zero going on. Y'all like hanging out. She's a beautiful girl, and keeping beautiful girls around brings other beautiful girls.
She's just a good person. I love being around her, and and it's my decision to continue to be around her and be involved and have her involved in my life. I don't think it's the world's decision to dictate that.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people ain't around hot chicks all the time, and if they was in your shoes, they would be trying to dig.
For sure.
So that's where that comes from.
Mm-hmm. You remember the conversation we had the other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember when you were talking to your good friend Nicki Minaj?
Yes.
And you said, Nicki, are you dating Meek?
And she bold-faced lied to me.
And she said, absolutely not. And then 2 weeks later, we saw them. I want you to know the same thing is happening in front of me right now.
No. Tyga and Kylie will not be an item for at least 2 to 3.
When's her birthday? You know when her birthday is.
Y'all know when her birthday is. Y'all know this shit.
And by the way, y'all can have such good couple names, though. Tyga and Kylie together. Tylee, you know how easy that is?
Kylie's again.
We could do this so fast.
But you know what's amazing about this interview right now is this is probably the first time that me and Chris sitting down to do an interview. You have no controversy.
It's great, man.
You have nothing.
We gotta clap that up, man.
Yeah, man. That's good, man.
Staying clean, sober.
Chris is like this.
You can just ad-lib. Your man's got all the stuff going on.
I'm the backup singer today, man.
Yo, but you put up an Instagram photo of Kylie today, and you saying how special she was.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody is like, how special is she? You know what I mean? Because it's like, you keep saying, no, we're not together. But even Kanye just recently said, I think he said he was smart because he got in there quick. And he's like, I know people in relationships that have, bigger age differences. So he's basically like co-signing your relationship, but you're still denying the relationship.
No, I'm gonna step in. I step in. I look at it like this, man. Like I think it's very difficult for people, especially too attractive people, to not be put together. Like when you say you hang with somebody and you vibe with them, it's always very hard for somebody to be like, okay, then they not messing around. Like, oh no, they messing around. No, it's some people don't have to initiate that to be cool with somebody. Like even with me and like say me and Karrueche, for instance, me and her were homies for a good 3-4 months before I even was just like, hey, what's up?
Let me.
You know what I'm saying? So like in different cases, like they friendship and I hang around them. You know what I'm saying? So like that we chill, we kick it or whatever. But it's just energy. Like just like if I would have 15 girls in the studio. My girl know that. My girl know it's 15 girls in the studio. Am I boning the 15 girls? Nah. But they giving me
not that night.
But they giving me but they giving me inspiration, as far as writing, just getting the vibe, feeling great.
I completely understand, all right? I don't have a problem comprehending what's happening here. But what I also understand, we have mutual friends, all of us, right?
Yeah.
We have the pleasure of being around beautiful women.
Yeah.
So it's not a rush to go and smash all the time.
Exactly.
But I do know that when someone's beautiful, it crosses your mind, and you might just be like, not right now. It's not time. And you put that on layaway for later.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I do, listen, while I believe ain't nothing happening right now, my G is so on layaway for you, and that's clean. And matter of fact, that's even better. right? Now, what you got to be careful of is she's probably really gonna fall for you one day because you're being so nice to her and you bringing her on tour and she is backstage and you writing little poetry in the comments on the gram and you know what I mean. Her friends is seeing it. You know what I mean? Like
He's great.
I know what that is.
Yeah.
But I respect what you're doing.
Tyga, how old are you?
I just turned 25.
25.
It's not even that bad.
Hold on. I'm 35. I'm turning 30. Alexa just turned 20. Yo, that's like that's the same age difference as me and my wife, bro.
And
7
by the way,
years clean.
Wait, how old was Alexa when you met her?
When I met Alexa, scumbag that I am, my wife, the first time I met her was 18 and I was 25 or something like that.
same thing.
Yo, Tyga, we out here, man.
I mean, you say that you were friends with that family for a long time.
Yeah.
Right. So somebody gave you a side eye when y'all started hanging out. Even though y'all was friends.
No, because not really, because we always hung out. You know what I'm saying? Whether I was in a relationship or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, they knew I had a kid, and, you know, my kid will go over there, King will go and play with North. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing new, you feel me? It's just like, it is what it is. I mean, life is about being happy and keeping yourself surrounded by people that bring that good energy. And that's, you know, and her family know that, and my team know that, so.
See, this is how you know Tyga's on point with his game right now, because he just drops lines randomly like, life is about being happy. He had that on stat. This is a man you've been famous now, Tyga, for a long time. This is like, how many years you've been out here doing your thing?
Like 7 years.
I mean, listen, after a little while, you start getting, it comes together naturally.
And let's get into a record. You want to get into the record that's bubbling right now? Hey, yo, I saw that come off at the concert.
Yeah.
That went crazy.
That thing went off in Brooklyn.
Yeah, man. They love that record,
Something serious.
man.
So let's get into that right now.
Let's do it.
Salute my brother Tyga, because this promo right here, I was worried about you. I was worried. The
Nah,
Cash
never
Money
worried,
thing.
man.
Now the Cash Money thing was, you know, looking. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, what's this dude's entry gonna be back into? We talking to you more than we talking Chris Brown.
I'm happy. Look, I'm like, hell yeah, keep it going.
And by the way, you
like,
told me that at Barclay the other day, Tyga's reception was incredible.
It's crazy. Like his catalog. Like, I actually watched this show. Like, I go high under the bleachers to watch his show. Like, all right, what T about to do? Like, his catalog is like nonstop. It's so consistent.
It's not easy to open up for Chris Brown and Trey Songz, Mike. That's not an easy thing.
He's one of the greatest performers. You know what I'm saying? But like he said, you watch the show. I watch his show. You know what I mean? And I think it's just good to see like young people really out there performing. You know what I'm saying?
Fun,
like,
yeah.
and that's what people want to see. These kids, like, you know, they come to the show. It's all age ranges, different races, and they come to see a show, and that's what they get. You know?
Yeah. And the album's out right now.
Yeah.
What is fan of a fan? What does that mean? You're a fan of his, he's a fan of yours?
It's just like that. But, you know, it's a double meaning as well, because we did the mixtape originally, was the Fan of a Fan mixtape. And that was basically like, we are fans of our fans for being fans of us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we admire our fans for being able to appreciate the music we make and create. So, you know, that was kind of just a paying homage to them, you know. So this album, we didn't want to come with a, like, artsy fartsy name and just come up with something. We just wanted something that was easy, something that everybody remembered, everybody had fun of. Like, even with like the Fan of a Fan mixtape, I got a Grammy off some of the records that I did, like Deuces and a couple other records.
That's right.
You know, and that was off our mixtape, and that's just off of us hanging out, you know, vibing, making great music.
Chris,
so,
how many Grammys you got now?
I only got one, man, honestly.
Really?
You know,
only one.
It's only one. And
I mean, that's still something.
No, it's still something,
saying,
and I'm
but
not
like,
a hater. I don't want to get, because, you know, I might get cut. I just did an amazing mural for the Grammy
Museum. I saw it.
I did something great. But I just feel like the Grammys is fucking bullshit, bro.
Right, bro. It's just like,
it's bullshit, bro. Like,
Do you participate in the voting process?
Hell no. But I'm gonna tell you why. Look, this is
Why
my
you
thing.
don't vote, bro?
What, I'm gonna vote for myself? That's
Yes.
That's
Yes.
No, this is the thing. I shouldn't have to. I'm that great that I don't need to fucking vote for myself. Like, this is the thing. As artists, when you go to BET Awards or you go to VMAs or whatever, and when every category that I'm in or anybody that's in, and they do a viewer's choice, I kill every year, like by hundreds of thousands of millions of votes, because my fans gonna do that. What it is you have these people that don't even know music. Some people that's voting that don't know music.
True.
You know, you have some artists that had an album out 10 years ago that's nominated in the same category. Sometimes you be like, what? What are you doing?
True.
And then, but for
So
people,
your issue is the process.
my issue is people not going off of how these billboards work. and how this music works.
Well, because that's for the Billboard Awards.
Nah, but the Grammys should go off. If you're going off every song for that year, they should go off the success of that song. I done had every single that came off of my new X album has went #1.
Now, what your issue is a similar issue that some people have in the movie game, right? Because the Oscars is a similar process that the Grammys have.
Exactly.
Right? And some
if you're not white, you don't really win.
Well, because there ain't a lot of black people making movies.
It's just old ways. It's the society how they do stuff. It's like it's real politics. Like if you don't like really do charity with these Grammy events and awards,
so many people are so scared to say something. Like that's why I kind of give it to Kanye because like yo man, say what you want.
But why doesn't Kanye come defend you, Chris? You only got one, man. Beyonce's got 23.
No, but my thing is, you have to understand the body of work. I'm a fan, so should Beyonce win something? Yeah, of course she should. She was killing. Who else put out an album without telling nobody sold 1 million records? Bam. Just like that.
Your man Drake did pretty good.
Yeah, that's cool. Forget him.
Beyonce did it first.
We talking about Beyonce.
Drake?
That's cool, but that's a copying of what you saw from the success from somebody else. True. That's great. That's how music starts. We always regurgitate and do all the dumb stuff.
Hang on one second. Beyonce's blueprint is a useful blueprint that people with big brands can use.
And it's amazing. But I think as far as the success and the culture movement of what we do as artists, Beyonce is a culturally diverse artist that shifts the balance of everything that these young females do. She's amazing. Give her a credit. Me, I shift what I shift, but I do my thing.
Yeah.
Other than Beyonce, who else is the hottest dude on the stage?
But you're gonna get your props though. You're just now getting back to moving around.
I've been in the game for 10 years. I don't care
about. But there was a lapse in there.
But if you're gonna base personal issues off of actual talent, then you might as well take away James Brown's stuff. You might as well take away Michael Jackson's stuff. You might as well take away everybody who's had some bullshit in their life.
They have tried.
Because if that's how if we going off personal how they are as people, then that's bullshit.
It is crazy that was Forever nominated?
No.
I mean, like, you have songs like that. I mean,
and Forever was the song at the moment that shit went down.
Well, it was the biggest song.
But Forever is, in spite of everything that happened, we talked about it last time you were here, The Office, when they use that. Forever is an iconic song. It's a real pop song. But Ebro, you didn't give them your theory on how this situation could change and does.
Well, no, it's not even a theory.
The fact.
Politics in America, like me, I get in my my shit that I be on. But the things that we hate that's happening in Ferguson and these places, a lot of it is directly tied to the fact that the people who live in those communities don't participate in the process.
Exactly.
Because they think it's bullshit. They think it's racist and it's bullshit. And some of it is. But some of it we could take control of by being active in it. The Grammys, if you're saying straight up, yo, fuck the Grammys, I don't care about the award, I don't care about their process, then it is what it is. Yeah. But if you do care about those accolades, then there is a process that they go through. And you go, if you're a what is it? You got to get 6 credits on an album, you register to vote.
As a songwriter or
producer. I get that. But I feel like the Grammy should be, it's a new day and age, man. I feel like just like how everybody's shifting their labels, all the labels is broke now, supposedly. Everybody's shifting and social media and everything is going that way. I think it should be a different format for how they judge.
So Chris Brown is suggesting the Grammys should not only analyze what the fan response is,
exactly,
as well as their voting process, as well as whatever other metrics, Billboard,
and who has really slayed that year and really did their thing. Sam Smith, hands down, should have got something.
Right. He dominated the year.
Hands down. Exactly. He should have. He killed. Like, and it's not about race or nothing. It's about who really getting that.
This is what I will say.
And really doing
if you are registered to vote with the Grammys and you don't vote and you don't like the process, then I point blame at you. And with that, our world,
I think it's a double-edged sword, though.
No, but our culture could participate in the categories we give a fuck about and make sure that it's represented.
But
right.
I don't think we as artists should have to vote. We shouldn't have to vote for ourselves. We should not. I think people in the music industry.
But you should have voted for Beyonce. You should have registered to vote and made sure you voted for Beyonce in that category.
You forgetting one thing. We're artists. Nobody votes for another artist.
Why not?
Because regardless of whoever is number one, anybody who's number one, everybody else is envious because they're number one. I don't give a fuck who it is. I do it. He does it. Everybody does it. I'm just being real. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and be fake. Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Love the record.
You be like, nah,
I love the record. I'm a jam it. I'm a play it. I'm gonna take that number one spot.
Exactly.
It ain't no second place in this music industry. I got the number two record in the country. Who gives a fuck? Like, no, I want the number one record. You know what I'm saying?
So Chris, it was like 2 days before the tour, right? They announced that it was postponed because you had 100 hours of community service. At one point, were you like, "Damn, I thought I was gonna make it"?
You know what?
And how did Trey Songz feel about it? And because I know you got a lot of flack from the
You know what it is? I lost $3 million from doing that. You know, it was like $3 million in production. I had to actually the actual set that you see now, the actual fans that see it was just amazing, regardless. But the set that I had initially was 10 times more. Like, it was a crazier production.
So you lost that set because of the scheduling.
Because if I had used that set continuously in the buildings that were going in, postponing it, I wouldn't have made no money because I was spending all my money on the set and shipping and all the people. The thing with that frustrated me as a person. And I'm not gonna discredit law enforcement or any of the people that are over my probation because I'm still on it. I'm not trying to get into no shit. But the thing that kind of hurt me a lot, and this I get emotional. Every artist is emotional. I wear my shit on my sleeve. But the thing that hurt me the most was it was already an approval. Like after my incarceration, like I had 1,000 hours, but throughout that time, I was incarcerated. I kept getting in trouble, but I was also working and doing other things. So I was still doing community service on a gradual scale. Like I was getting there. So I had 100 hours left. I worked up to this point. The DA and everybody else already knew about the tour
and approved it
and saw it and knew that it was coming. Just like they approved the San Jose show that got shot up and everything else that they approved me going to different spots and working and being able to create income. What happened was I had 100 hours left, but somebody just knew that doing that would mess up a lot of stuff. So they was like, okay, we're not going to prove that. He needs to finish all his community service hours. It was 100 hours left. I had already mapped out everything logistically of how, like, even after I was done the tour, I could have came back, knocked it out, and still been off and been done everything. But, I have to follow the court's orders and wishes, and they was like, cool, we got to push it back. I wish they had told me that 2-3 weeks in advance so we could have just
routed the tour
rerouted it and got it worked out.
Put the tickets on sale at another time.
Yeah, and let the fans know.
So you felt like it was someone who definitely wanted to give you that one last jab.
Well, I feel like that's what probation is, though. Probation isn't...
Because they did it to Meek, too.
Yeah, but
that's
probation
what they did to Meek.
isn't so you walk a straight line while they watching you. Probation is just to see you fuck up again. They keep you on probation to trap you. Okay, we're gonna because we know you're gonna fuck up. We know you're gonna mess up. So we're gonna wait.
Well, that's the challenge, is then to not mess up once you're in that situation.
And that's what I've been doing.
You're doing well.
I've been, let me knock this community service out. I'm doing this tour. I don't even, okay, what kind of club is it? All right, is it near a hood? All right, no.
That was that post, right? He was like, I ain't doing no more nigga clubs.
Not right now. Let me get my life out the way of jail. You know what I'm saying? Because I went once, I don't need to go again.
Okay, that night, I got to ask you about that night, because that video of you in the club and like...
Yeah, it's funny, right?
It's funny at first because you're having a regular moment where you're like, oh, they wilding out over there. They're really wilding out.
I had to check Rosenberg because Rosenberg was like, yo, you see him just scamper like that? It was funny. I was like, fam, if you ever been in a club where dudes is fighting, you'd be like, oh, they getting it in.
Let me break down two scenarios. I'll break it down real quick. First scenario, the Suge incident in L.A. Suge get shot. See on TMZ, look at the only person standing up in the club while the shooting is going on. Who is that? Me. I'm like this.
Why were you doing that?
Because I need to see what's happening. I'm not a person that's gonna duck and jump on somebody and get shot in the back and being somebody's shield. I'm not gonna do that. I'd rather take the bullet full on, me seeing what's going on, than me sitting there turning around trying to run and get shot in the ass, get shot in the back.
So in the Suge situation, you were trying to see what is exactly going down.
Yes, but in the San Jose situation, I'm on stage. I see a group of guys fighting. Normal situation. We were right next to the projects. Cool. Man, they getting it in. Somebody pulls out a gun.
That's a direct quote.
Yeah, somebody pulls out a gun, and the gun isn't aimed like the other way. The gun is toward the stage where we're at, where they're fighting at. So Bullets don't have a name on it. No. They're like, it's no name on the bullet. Like, so they're gonna a stray will hit you anytime. So when I heard the first one go off, I was like, okay, cool, they shooting. Then I saw the flash, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Let me get my ass down.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna get I gotta sing. I ain't trying to. I'm not trying to get hit by no bullet. So that's just all in all, and what makes it more of an issue is that people can't conduct themselves in a positive manner sometimes when you go to certain areas. I'm not saying the hood is
but
bad.
also, too, the celeb factor, people start to turn up a little bit, right? You know the whole thing.
Yeah, they get excited and they get embarrassed if somebody getting beat up too much or whatever the case may be. They get embarrassed. They can't
girl
take
is
that.
there. The girl looking at you too tough.
So
you know how that is.
So they got to wild out. But the thing that all that reflects on me, because no matter whoever's in that club, it's Chris Brown. So the thing that goes on to the scanners, to the probation officer and the judge is Chris Brown is involved in the shooting. Let's do an investigation. So automatic, let's violate his probation. Let's send him to prison. And it's unfair, but you have to understand the severity of the situation. And
like I told you years ago, this was gonna follow you for a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
I told you, damn, it's been like 8 years, 9 years.
Yeah. Right? So it's just like, at this point, I'm at a better point in my life to where I can look at stuff in acceptance. Like we talked about this last time I was here. But, I'm done my community service. Thank God. 1,000 hours, that's a lot of damn hours.
That's a lot. Yo, that's a lot of service, bro.
It's a lot of damn hours.
What are some things they had you do?
Well, for the most part,
you
for this
side
time,
of the road picking up trash?
No, this is the craziest thing. I've done all in all about 3,500 hours of community service. So the first time I was in Virginia stationed to do it. And the DA claimed that I didn't do any of it. I did all of it. But I didn't want to go through the trial, the problems of going through a whole trial, trying to see if I did it or not.
Paying a lawyer.
Yeah, doing all that stuff. So I said, you know what? Let's have a happy medium. Cool. I'm cool with doing 300 to 400 hours if you need me to do that in LA so y'all can see I did it. The judge was like, no way, Jose. This is what you're going to do. You're going to do 1,000 hours in LA. So I got another 1,000 hours. So, all right, cool. I'm not going to argue with you. You're the judge. Great. So I started doing my 1,000 hours. I did all of that in a detention center for boys, like, a boys prison.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to talk or motivational speak anybody. I just was more so maintenance. So I would do, if the walls were falling apart, I would repair them. I would paint. I would wax the floors, buff the floors, scrape everything. Every different dorm that they weren't in, I would be in there cleaning.
So they would empty it out so Chris Brown would just go in there?
No, some of them are already empty. Certain dorms are already empty because they leave certain ones open for fire camps. Like they have fire camps in LA. And if it rains or floods and stuff, they have to ship those guys to that certain area. So they will already be open dorms. So I would already be preparing them for the guys that will come. And the outside maintenance is enclosed anyway, so nobody can see me from the outside. So I would be, mowing the lawn, everything. I would be doing everything. I would be your neighborhood.
It's so crazy to picture.
Hey, I heard that somebody from one of the jails was trying to sell your jail ID card for like $10,000 on Facebook.
That was crazy. I was trying to come up too, man. I say I'm finna sue LAPD, boy. I was like, "Ooh, I'm about to get this check." You know what I'm saying? But we figured it out. Did
they find the guy who was selling it?
Yeah, what happened was I went to 2 different jails in LA. I went to LA County, then I went to San Bernardino. And what happened was in San Bernardino, that's when they extradited me to DC when they were shipping me out. So I was in transit. So throughout that time, I was there for about 3 or 4 days in the hole. So when I stayed in there, I was like, cool, boom. So they gave me 1 ID card. So you usually turn it in when you leave. So I turned it in, but I guess somebody on the inside
Always
gave it away. So
they make $30,000 a year. If I can get a $10,000 stack right now, let's do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
And the actual pricing range for a picture of me in my cell was $1 million. You get $1 million if you catch a picture of me in my cell. I was trying to talk to the guards like, hey, bro, you want 30,000? Take this picture real quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, it didn't happen. They followed the rules.
You tested them, though.
I did.
All right, on that note, I think we should get into bitches and marijuana.
Let's do it.
Just because you can't have either right now.
I can have bitches.
No. What?
Around. I just can't have them. I can't have them.
Yeah,
I can have them around.
Tyga. On Twitter, it sounds like you want to fight Drake, bro.
He wouldn't fight me.
Hold on.
Stop talking to the mic. Talking to the mic.
But let
No, Chris.
Listen. This nigga not making us no money by talking about him. At the end of the day, we not getting no checks by this nigga. We getting checks by this album right here.
But your man is on the social media saying he want to fight the dude.
If it go down, it go down. But this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We making him hot by talking about this nigga. If he come up here on y'all radio station, great. Then that's gonna get y'all some ratings. But I'm not gonna get this nigga no more ratings by talking about this dude, and I'm not gonna let Tyga do it. First of all,
so you stopped him from tweeting that he want to fight the man?
No,
he did tweet. Because remember when Drake dropped the 6 p.m.
I
record?
tweeted it.
Yeah, it's like
I deleted
Drake
it
said
after.
a little something.
But the thing is,
wait, time out.
Go ahead.
You was emotional. You was mad he got at you on a 6 a.m. New York thing.
Yeah, that was just quick, like, you know how you get hot real quick, and then
like
you think about it, and you be like,
Chris,
all right,
hang on,
it's
man.
just petty though.
No, but see,
it's
you
petty.
see how
I'm not taking his side because I don't mess with dude. But I'm telling you,
I thought y'all was cool now.
Nah, that's different. Nah,
They're fine.
We're like I'm not.
Y'all
but
cool,
like
not
no beef.
It's no beef, but y'all not cool.
I'm on probation. That's all I'm gonna say. So that's all I'm gonna say right now. What I'm telling you is,
Ebro, triple blink.
yeah, triple blink.
Oh, my.
So what I'm saying is, we are just giving him so much publicity. Like that's not a check for me. I like money.
So if
I'm gonna talk about him, I need a check.
Let's move off
He need
that.
a check for
Let's
that.
move off that. Let's go to Cash Money.
All right, cool. I'm cool
Cash
with that.
money.
We can talk about that.
That's a reasonable question.
That's
Cash
cool.
Money, right? You don't
Speaking
like
of checks.
Speaking of checks, they
Yeah.
owe you money.
I'm trying to get, I'm getting out the deal now, so.
So you're not even worried about the money that they owe you. You're like, look, let me
Nah.
out. Y'all keep that.
I ain't
this
tripping.
fan of a fan thing about to get you paid on
I
the
start
tour.
fresh. I
we
start
move
new.
forward.
You know, I mean, that was the thing. Like with being signed over there, it was a great opportunity. I learned a lot being around Wayne and stuff. But you know, also I grew as a person, as an artist, and as a businessman. And I started realizing, the business wasn't right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would ask him questions all the time, like, I would.
Would you stop doing this, man?
I can't help it because this is my brother. I
know he held
I
you
take
down.
up for him.
He was there
and
when you
and
was
I don't got no
down.
filter. So
Go ahead, Tommy.
No, but look, I would ask him questions like, how this shit supposed to work? Because I ain't never been signed to a label. You know what I'm saying? Like, you supposed to get paid or like, you know what I mean? And I ain't know. You feel me? For the longest. And, it got to the point to where I was like, man, I just got to speak with how I feel, or shit ain't going to get done. And then, when I started speaking up, people started coming at me like I was crazy and I was, you know what I'm saying? Like I was, being immature.
Ungrateful
Yeah,
or
you
whatever.
know what I'm saying? And then, you see the situation with Wayne right now. So it's like, now people tell me like, damn, you was right.
So you and Wayne still cool?
Yeah, we cool. I talked to him the other day.
I saw you Instagram the artwork for the Gold album that Kanye and the Donda Group designed for you, and you wrote #independent.
Yeah.
But how is that work? How are you gonna release it independent if you're still tied in with them?
I was supposed to be out the deal. They agreed to a number to let me out my deal. Now think of this. I was gonna pay them
Yeah,
a
that's
few
how it
million
works.
dollars to get out my deal.
Even
though
they
they
owe
owe me money, I was gonna pay them. Cause
Got
I ain't
it.
petty, you feel me? I just want to move on with my life and continue to build, But things, I don't know what happened. Everybody went MIA. Things happened, and
Real
we got
quick,
this album out.
we're gonna
so.
come to you, Rosenberg, but it's interesting too because you, Chris Brown, talked about how Tyga, y'all lived together for a few. Like when you was down,
I
and
flew out
nobody
to
was
Virginia.
fucking with you. Tyga, you was like,
I flew
yo,
out
you
to Virginia, and we just, cause we knew each other for a minute, but like I never like wanted to pressure him to do music. I was just cool, you know what I mean? Like it was just like a homie. So I flew to Virginia, and then he booked the studio out there, and then we just started messing around and started playing and started making a bunch of records. And then, I remember when he played me the Deuces record, I didn't like it at first. I ain't gonna lie. He played it for me. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, this record gonna be big. I was like, all right, whatever you say. I mean, I like the other song we recorded, you feel me? But, sure enough, it was.
Tiger, you should probably listen to this guy.
He does all right.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
But this this fan of a fan album is almost your way of making sure your boy, because you didn't have to put this out. You didn't have to make this album, Chris. You didn't have to agree to be like, no, we're going to do a joint album and you're going to be on my tour. Like, you didn't have to do that. So I think that, is that what this is? This is you being like, yo, Tyga, I'm going to make sure, A, you get some bread. B, you prepared for when you make your exit, you got some legs to stand on.
Yeah, I think anybody that know me and vice versa, like I just think my heart is as big as my ego.
Wow, that you ended that sentence beautifully.
You know what I'm saying? So I
like
feel,
that quote.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like if I'm your homie, I'm your homie. Like You know, business is business, but if I feel like in a situation you have potential as an artist, even with the artists that I have signed, like I don't sign them to get their money. I sign them so they can be the biggest artist they can. I take the money from the label that's gonna try to take whatever percentage they're gonna take, and we split that 50-50. But as far as like however everything else goes, I just try to make sure people got the best opportunity, and I think I see his potential as an artist, you know, as a cultural dude, as a young, fly, fresh dude. Like, it ain't a lot of people you can vibe with that are genuine. And most people going to be like, oh, yeah, I mess with you, but then you going to see them in other people's camps talking about what you just told them in the next room. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, I respect him as an entertainer, as a lyricist, and I think the music that he makes is amazing. So I think the music we make together is powerful, and I don't think we should keep giving it for free. Like, you know, the mixtape we did was great, like damn near like 2 million views on the mixtape. So give him an album, a little bit more effort into the album, working on the songs, a little bit more effort, because that was just effortless for us to do the mixtape. So a little bit more effort into it, like we were gonna really do an album, and give him some real records. So, you know.
Tyga, back real quick to the Cash Money situation. Would you say, is there anyone else in the situation over the last few years who you were label mates with who you think got effed over worse than you did? Was there anyone else on Cash Money?
I don't know. I don't know other people's situations.
So you weren't aware of what that, you didn't go to other people, you wouldn't call Corey Guns or whoever was and be like, yo, what's going on with your situation? You guys didn't commiserate.
Nah, I was just too focused on what I was doing, you know what I'm saying?
And it was very much y'all was co-workers. Because even when you had whatever you had to say, I think you said some things about Nicki and Drake, and everybody was like, yo, he talking about his people. I was like, nah, they co-workers. They work together. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's people that work here I don't like. You know what I'm saying? And
who?
Yeah.
Give us a scoop.
Specifically you. I was waiting for that. Specifically your motherfucking ass.
Tyga, one other question. You know, I've asked you about this many times. The thing that I'm most obsessed with when it comes to Tyga is literally the Tiger that you used to have.
Yeah. You hit me on Twitter. He was like, yo, you still got that Tiger? I'm in LA.
I'm in LA. If you have a Tiger, I'm coming to see
I
it.
just want to go see the Tiger.
That was crazy, bro.
What happened with the Tiger? How did you get it? How did it get taken away? Yeah,
You can't really have it, but it was gangster though. Like, I was in rehab. I would get Saturdays off to come to the studio. He brought the Tiger to the studio. The big ass Tiger, like, it just sit on the couch with you like a dog. Like, what's up? Like, don't
Girls
bite
loved
you.
it though.
Like,
Girls
it was
loved
just chilling.
it. Like,
I was like,
know,
bro, I tried to one up him. I said, let me get a hyena, bro. I was like, who the dude that sold you that? I'm about to buy the hyena. Like,
but by the way, Chris Brown goes to jail for everything that happens. This guy has to go to jail. You were walking around with a fucking Tiger. What happened? So they took it away from you. You lost the Tiger, but you're all right?
Well, not to incriminate myself, you know, but I mean, you know, he's out there in the world now, you know.
Okay, but you're good.
Yeah.
And did you ever have any problems with the Tiger?
Nah, not really.
Never
like,
got a SWAT? You never got like a...
No, but see, you know, the thing is, like, how little it is, if it really wants to
It's not
attack
little.
you.
It's not little.
But if it wants to attack you, the force that it has is like, I don't know, it's a lot though, right?
Yeah.
And you know, it would bite me, but it's like a dog bite. It wasn't like a real, you know. So
you never had an
play bite.
actual thing where it never snapped on anyone in any way?
Nah.
That's, I mean...
It listen though. Like, you tell it sit down, stop.
It listen too?
Yeah.
It listen. He bring it in the studio, talk to it like it's just the homie. Like, he just sit on the couch with you like.
Where does the Tyga money come from? Because going all the way back, this guy's had bread. He's been, I don't want to blow up a video that I know has been taken off YouTube. I've seen the dude eat money before.
I know, we did.
He's eaten money. He's smoked money. He's bought Tigers. He's got a store on Melrose.
You ate the money.
He got gold wraps.
You ate the money.
He's got gold wraps. So, like, where did the money start for you, Tyga? Because it can't just be singles.
It was like, I've always wanted to, like, I was always inspired by that type of stuff, you know, like I dropped out of high school, you know what I mean, and I was living in my DJ's car when I was like 15, 16, you know what I'm saying, so I was at a point where I was like broke, just trying to figure out life, you know what I'm saying, but I had a chain though, you know what I'm saying, that was just
I had a beeper.
No, but what I'm saying,
chain,
that was just who I was though. I always liked to shine, whether if I looked like I was doing bad, it inspired me, you know what I'm saying, to want to keep going.
How'd you get? What other ventures do you have that maybe we don't know?
I got a clothing line that we built. That's like, you know, like a $20 million company. You know what I'm saying? And I got What I got?
I'm gonna tell you, he got underwear, all the underwear line.
Nigga said he got underwear. Pause.
I
got a boxing line that we about to put in stores. You know, I got a real estate investment company I just started. I got I don't got the shoe deal with Reebok no more. I'm with LA Gear. And I'm about to bring the light ups back. I want to do something that was retro, like even, you know, with the album, it's just tying to what we doing, you know what I mean? And a lot of people don't know, LA Gear still quietly makes $100 million a year. You feel me? Like, just overseas. So, like, I get involved. I can take them to $200 million. You know, I'm going to eat off that.
Oh, yes, you will. Teach me something, Tyga. I know nothing.
But I think more, it's like you said, it's artists out there that got big singles that, you know, people may think they're bigger artists than me, but, like, globally, my brand is bigger. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it's time to cross them borders and just the whole world, you know what I mean? And I've always, like, when me and Chris did the mixtape, right, we used to rock this brand called Tisa, and it was like all retro hats, everything, right? And they were selling these hats for $500.
Yeah, y'all, I remember I used to tell Chris, stop wearing everybody's
right?
shit.
And we was just, but this was new though. It was just fresh, you know what I'm saying? We you know, MCM and all that. And then I would go overseas and I see like, you know, thousands of kids in the crowd with the same shit on. I'm like,
because we got it on.
Then I start thinking, I'm like, damn, they making money. So I'm like, I got to figure out something I could do so I can capitalize and stop making other people money, you know?
Karrueche, did she go on tour with you?
Yeah, she with me now. She on the tour bus.
You guys, I saw you post like a Instagram for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I saw you guys together for Fashion Week, sporting those big matching furs.
Yeah.
Did Peter come after you guys for that?
I don't care. That's my thing. Like, see, I don't have no filter. See, you can ask me whatever. But as far as Peter, like, I wish you would throw a couple paint on me.
No.
See,
that's not what you wish.
See, I don't wish. I don't wish.
Them niggas
I'm on probation. I'm on probation.
Yeah.
So how about we not throw paint and we find another way to converse about this situation?
How are you guys?
We're great. You know, I think for us, we never really kind of got a chance to step out as a actual couple, as a fly couple. So being able to do that at Fashion Week, you know, Michael Costello, one of her close friends, we got a chance to just go to the show and just have fun there. You know, so that was good. She's on the tour now. You know, she just finished getting off the set of doing a movie, some kind of crazy shark movie she's doing. It's ill, but, you know, she's pursuing her career.
Sharknado 3.
I almost made the same.
I don't know if it's that.
She is in Sharknado 3.
No. But you know, she's pursuing her career and just doing stuff. She's having fun with it, you know, with her modeling, with her fashion.
I'm proud of you, bro. I was very upset with you when you started throwing her under the bus when you caught feelings that day.
You know, and so that's a part of me growing up because,
bro.
like I said, and I told you this before, I said sometimes I try to keep it, you know, very together, but it's sometimes it's just my emotions. I wear my heart on my sleeve, but you know, I love that girl, you know, so that's
how many breakups y'all got left before you lock this thing down?
You know what it is? And that's gangster. That's gangster. I like that.
Me and my girl had like 6 of them. When are you going to lock it in?
You know what it is? I just think the only thing that we lack, and a lot of people lack it in young relationships, is the communication barrier. I think the argument is fun. I think the argument, you did this, you did that, blah, 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 blah.
Because it turns y'all on. It's for the bang out later.
Yeah, it's for the honeymoon stage.
Yeah.
You know, so I think as, like, now we've talked about it more, we got a chance to really just, you know, really understand one another. Not saying we the perfect best couple, but everybody goes through this stuff. Nobody's perfect. So I feel like me and her now have a better understanding. Like, okay, cool. We mad at each other. Don't unfollow me on Instagram. Don't unfollow me. Like, stop. Come on now. Like, we ain't supposed to be doing that.
You know, there's realer things than unfollowing somebody on
social
media.
It is,
right?
but you know,
No.
look, but come on now, like you that's what you check, like especially for young people, like you trying to check and see if she like somebody's picture. You trying to see if she like a picture. You trying to see if somebody, you know, that's why you got Ball Alert and all that shade room and all that.
Yo, shout out to my people robbing at Ball Alert.
Yeah, shout out.
Chris, not to bring up oldish, but are you homies enough with Rihanna? It's her birthday today. Do you send her a text and say happy birthday? Anything like that?
Nah, I ain't getting slapped. My girl gonna slap me. But see, but this is the thing. Like, me and her, I respect her enough to respect her privacy and her space. Because, you know, I can't believe everything I hear in the news, but what I see is, okay, cool, it might be something else going on.
You're going to have to give her a high five if she peel Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, but I'm going to give her that because you know what? Because you know what? Because ain't nowhere else you could have went, though. High five. You hear it.
She had to go.
You had to go up.
You had to go further
That
up.
was it.
And that's the upper
That's
echelon.
If she PO'd Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, I'm not even a hater. I'll give you a slap on the back, booty, everything. Hey, do your thing. Good game.
Did it? Kanye just said it in the song. If you leave Mickey, you're gonna end up with Goofy. Remember he said that in the song.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like in that
And he
category.
said it about y'all.
No, yeah, but that's cool. That's me and Kay.
Yeah.
But you know, in that situation, I just tip my hat. I'm not a hater. I'm not envious. I don't feel jealous.
My man.
I can't be. I'm like, you know what? Do your thing. I can't have it all, brother.
Listen, you
I can't have it all.
If your girl
Chris,
leaves you for
Chris, that's Leonardo DiCaprio,
right,
my man.
my wife can
That's
walk
cool.
out. Yo, Ebro, if your
I'm
girl
Chris
left
Brown
you tomorrow,
though.
My friend.
My friend. It's two different things.
that
It's
is the
movies
Wolf
and then
of
it's
Wall
magic.
Street. Yo,
It's it's the Wolf of Wall Street.
Ebro, if you got a phone call, later and your girl was like, "Yo, listen, I'm with Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm never coming home again."
High
You'd be
five.
like, "All right,
Good game.
High five. Good game.
What
Good
I
game.
do?
Yo, you did it. You made it. You hear me?
just get me to the premiere."
Yo, give it up for these two dudes, man.
Real talk.
Yo, man, I really appreciate you. Tyga, we rolling with you, not messing with Kylie. Everybody's rolling with that for now.
What?
We rolling with you, not wrestling. Exactly.
Huh?
Exactly. Don't worry about it.
Man, make sure y'all get this album because I think it's great to be able to hear both sides lyrically as MCs, him, myself, and also just being able to see the music we create.
Yo, I'm
So
proud
check-
of y'all, man. I'm happy you got a little zone for yourself right now. That's good. I was
Appreciate
worried
it,
about
man.
you. I was worried about you for a second. And a lot of people don't know this. When Rosenberg and Nicki Minaj fell out at the Summer Jam, the only artist on Cash Money, anything affiliated that was like, nah, fuck it, I'm still rocking, was Tyga.
Dope.
Yeah.
Tyga was
Let me
like,
tell you what, because Tyga had a hit at that moment. Tyga had
Rack
his first
City, he was
smash.
like, yo,
he was like, I'm hitting this
I ain't
stage.
missing this shit. Summer Jam?
fuck out of here, I'm hitting this motherfucker. I don't care what y'all doing.
Exactly.
Y'all just my co-workers. I gotta do what I gotta do.
Hell
Yo,
yeah.
man, thank you, man. Thank you very much.
Appreciate y'all, man.